Okay, so first of all, thank you very much for for taking the time to speak to me. I've been a fan of the band since the beginning, so I
Thank
can
you.
I
Thank
can
you for
remember
having me.
I can remember vividly watching the videos for the biggest the best and laughing my ass off, just listening to that song. Also,
Mm.
Pin Me Down. I remember all those songs from the beginning, and I've
Yeah.
been following your career and from then on, obviously. But as I was just doing my research.
Yeah.
I was doing my Wikipedia, your Wikipedia page. I was going through your albums, and I was reading that you played on an album by Tone Norum, which is the sister of John Norum, right?
Exactly.
How did
Yes, I
that
did
come about?
back in
92.
1991, I think. What?
It's listed as 1992. I don't know if it was
Yeah,
maybe it
okay.
was
Yeah.
recorded in 1991. Okay, I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe probably. And yeah, well, how was that? How did that come about? Did you know her? Did you know John Norum from Europe? Or
No, I didn't. But I was in, I was just moved to Sweden to
yeah,
start a band
yeah.
who, after some time, would be Clawfinger, but it was
Yeah.
before Clawfinger. So
Yes.
I think we just met up and started writing a few songs with
Yeah.
Clawfinger, and I was like, you know, out on the market just to make, make some money and
Yeah. Yeah.
try to
Obviously.
find some
Obviously.
places and getting to know people and stuff.
Yeah. Sure.
A very good friend of mine produced this album, so he said, "Hey, you can join and play some stuff on
Play some
the
stuff.
album." So Ole Evenrud, which is some kind of way a mentor for me, and
Yeah.
also he's a good friend.
Okay.
He made me join that session. So I
Oh,
played a
okay.
little
Okay.
guitar on it.
Okay. I was hoping
I
that
think it
you.
was a song also. I was participating in writing a song there.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. I was hoping you knew John Norum, that you could
No,
get
I
me in
don't.
touch with him. Just
Yeah, I see. But
just.
Clawfinger and Europe share
Yeah.
the same sound engineer.
Oh.
So we have the same sound engineer, you
Yeah.
know.
Oh, cool. Cool. That's
Yeah,
very cool, actually. I was gonna. I had to ask you because I know it's a chance for me to, to hook up with someone that
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that knows Europe. Also, you did some records. I don't know if I'm gonna butcher this, but I'll say it anyway. Melkeriza, which is.
Melkesyra, it means lactate.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
it was a local gang here.
Yeah.
I'm crazy interested in ice speed skating.
Okay. 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 Because the listing
So
said.
it's like, so we decided
Yeah.
to try to. I was, doing speed skate training,
Yeah.
and I met up with these guys who also was playing, and we decided to make a, a skate ice speed skating country band.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
So it's like, it's not what I usually do, but it's
Yeah.
really fun. So it's
Yeah.
like all the lyrics are about speed skating, you know,
Okay. Okay.
and it's a very narrow market, I can tell you.
Yes, it is
Like,
because I listened to it. I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna say I enjoyed it. It's not. I'm gonna be honest. It's not my cup of tea, but it's cool. It's funny. It's funny.
it's fun.
I
It's
want,
supposed to be fun.
yeah, yeah. That's the whole idea.
Yeah.
Because I was, curious about this because the Danish band DAD,
Yeah.
they when they started out, I believe their two first records are
Mm.
almost or are all also inspired by country music, by American country music and American culture of
I'm
the country
counting the cattle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
music, that sort of thing.
That's a great song.
Yeah, before they started sleeping their day away or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Before they went for that whole thing. And
yeah.
also the other band that I heard from you was a jazz project called O Okavango.
Okavango, yeah, it's the
Okavango.
flood. It's the flood in the south of Africa.
Yeah,
It's like yeah, it's like it dries out totally,
yeah.
and then it totally floods when the rain is coming. So
Oh,
it's
great.
it's it's named for that. It's the sessions we played there was
Yeah,
like really fun because it's like it's also local people here.
yeah, yeah.
So it's like we set up all the equipment in a
Okay.
room, mic'd it up, got every sound in everything, and we
Okay.
didn't know what to do. We didn't have one idea of what to do.
So it
So
was
it's
like
like,
an old school recording, right? You got together, you just started playing something like in those lines.
yeah, but we didn't even have a style, you know.
Oh,
We
okay.
didn't know one note to play.
Okay.
So we
Okay.
just started off and we recorded like three
Yeah.
hours of music.
Okay.
And it's like we listen back to it and it's
And
like,
this is
here
the
it's like 10 minutes that are really good.
okay.
And
This
then we use that and then we can put it together with the 10 minutes
oh,
after half an hour, you know.
okay.
So it's like, it's really improvisation
Yeah.
jazz, you know.
So but this released the Phonogen, I believe it's called Phonogen or
Yeah.
Phonogen. Phonogen.
Mm,
I've listened to it about 3 or 4 times, and I really enjoyed it. So that's
yeah.
just
Well,
wanted to
thank
tell you
you.
that. Yeah, that was experimental. It's dark. You know, it's as you said. Now it makes sense because it seems like it's spontaneous. It's not a thing that you planned it.
Absolutely
Yeah,
spontaneous. It's
yeah.
nothing that's like you
And
planned, you know.
for me, it's kind of funny to for I don't know if it's for the last three or maybe two songs. There's some heavy riffs, some heavier riffs
Yeah.
in there. So I kind of thought,
Mm.
okay, this is the Clawfinger in him veering out. You know, it's kind
Yeah, exactly.
of, yeah. So I thought that was really, really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. And okay, so Tony, I've talked about that. Now, getting back to Clawfinger right now. I was just jotting down some bands that I thought were influences for you. I don't know if it makes sense or not, but I wrote down Ministry. I don't
Mm.
know if you enjoy the band or even if it's an
Yeah.
influence, but I wrote Ministry, Prong also.
Hmm.
For the rap part of your of your music, I wrote down that fusion between Anthrax and Public Enemy. I'm the Man. I don't know if that
Yeah.
was one of your influences. I wrote stuff like this because your album came out in 1993, the Deaf, Dumb and Blind release,
Mm.
your first release, and at the same time, Sepultura was releasing Chaos AD
Mm.
around the same time, and the year before. Fear Factory released the Soul of a New Machine, so there was bands were starting, and also Rage Against the Machine in 1992
Mm.
released their first album. So bands were starting to, to combine metal with hip hop and rap, in a way that wasn't, used before. It was
Mm.
pioneering. I don't know if that was your case, if these influences that I'm listing make sense or no. I would like to have your take on it, on that.
Okay. First of all, we moved, me and the other guitar player, we were in Sweden
Yeah.
working at the hospital. We were broke, so we needed to work. And in the corridor of, that was back in 1990,
Yeah.
and in the corridors of this the place we worked, geriatric, clinic.
Yeah.
There was this guy walking the corridors, like rapping and kicking like this, and he was Zach, and it's like we could hear that he was a really good rapper.
Yeah.
So it's like I told the other guy, the other guitar player,
Yeah.
hey man, should we try and ask him to we play our riffs,
Yeah.
and we ask him to rap on
You
top
would
of it,
wrap around them. Yeah.
just like we have two songs or maybe three we heard, that was present at that time, was like, it was Run DMC, Aerosmith,
Aerosmith, yeah, Walk This
Walk
Way.
This
Yeah.
Way,
Yes.
and
I had it
and then
right. I didn't mention it,
and
but I
then
had
it was
written down.
and then it was the Public Enemy,
Yeah. Fusion with
and
with Anthrax, yeah.
Anthrax song.
Yeah.
And then also you had like the verses on Epic by Faith No More.
Faith No More, yes. I forgot those one. Yeah, I forgot, but I love Faith No More.
So it's like, so we had like we found a plan when Zach recorded. Then it's like, this is cool. Let's try to work on this.
Yeah.
Nobody did an album with this kind of music.
Yeah.
So that was back in 1990.
Yeah.
And at the end of 1992, we were just finishing off our record, the first record, Deaf, Dumb, Blind.
Yeah.
Just the last recordings we did.
Yeah.
And then somebody came into the studio. Hey, listen to this. It was Rage Against the Machine.
Oh, the
They
album.
made the album.
Okay.
What the fuck? The guy, the singer's name is Zach too.
Yeah,
And they
yes, he
do like
is.
maybe the same thing, you know. It's
Victor
like,
La Rocha, yes, yes, he is.
and it's like, what the fuck? This is crazy. And they just took off, you
Yeah,
know, Rage Against
yeah.
the Machine, and
In a way, in an
everybody
impressive.
wanted to do like rap metal,
Yeah,
and nobody could do it because they haven't. But we had the album ready, you know, so
okay.
we released like in April,
Yeah,
and it just took off like this, you know. And
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So inspiration from these bands, also as you say,
Yeah,
bands we were listening to were Prong and Ministry.
yeah.
Absolutely, we were listening to these bands too.
I also wrote down, this is a little far-fetched, but Young Gods, the Swiss band. I don't
Yeah,
know if you've
yeah,
heard,
yeah.
because they were,
We listened to them.
yeah, they were using sound manipulation, and they were
Yeah,
trying to, to find riffs. They used riffs from ZZ Top, and
yeah,
they incorporated into their songs, and I find that fascinating. Even I found out recently that even David Bowie was a fan of Young Gods.
yeah.
He was a
They had the song that I remember, Sunflower or something. Skinflower,
Sunflower.
Skinflower,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is.
Skinflower.
Yeah.
That's a great song.
Yes, yes, they are a great band. I've seen them live. I was
Yeah.
fortunate enough to see them live, but it was recently, not at the
Mm.
peak of their of
Yeah.
their career. And I remember a funny story because I was waiting with some friends outside of the venue. We were just talking, and then three guys just passed by us, three older guys, and
Mm.
we didn't think nothing of it. But
Mm.
when we were in the concert, when they went on stage, we said, "Oh, those are the guys from the band, dude."
Yeah.
we had a chance to talk to them, and we didn't do it. We didn't
Yeah.
we didn't do it at the time. Yeah.
It's a classic.
Yeah, yeah. I said, "Oh man, what the hell?" It would have been so cool to talk to the guys
Mm.
from the band, but okay, whatever. Because another band that I mentioned, I was going to mention to you was Helmet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
We were listening to Helmet too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because Helmet, it was another funny story. I have another funny story actually. Because when I saw them live, it was maybe 5, 6 years ago. I can't remember, but this was some years ago. I saw them live here in Oporto. And the Page, the guitar player, the main man,
Yeah.
he did something that I never seen before or since, and that was he stopped playing. Okay, the concert ended. He just placed the guitar on the stand, got out of stage, came down, and started talking to people, interacting with us. And I thought that was
Yeah.
really cool. And the
Mm.
guy was just talking to us, and he just stops. He said, "Listen to this. You know what this is?" There was music playing, and the guy goes, "It's Wes Montgomery." And I said, "Whoa, man!"
Okay.
Because
Okay.
he is a big fan of jazz, and his
Yeah. Yeah.
chords, his
Mm.
voicing, his progressions,
Yeah.
and I really like that, because that's one. The other thing I wanted to touch is your guitar playing and your style, your particular, because I believe that it's very influential in what came after, in the bands that that later were influenced clearly by you, namely. In my opinion, Rammstein, when they released Erzaleide in 1995, if I'm not mistaken, 2 years after your release, they were a band that was treading on the same, sounds, and doing this
Mm.
similar. Now, I'm not going to say equal, but it was
Mm.
clearly inspired by your work. I don't know if you have an opinion on that, or if you're.
Yeah. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
I can tell you the story about that
yeah,
because it's uh, our producer
yeah.
name was Jakob Hellner. He uh, he suddenly got a call from Germany,
Okay.
from the record company of Rammstein,
Oh,
because Rammstein said we want to have the guitar sound of like Clawfinger have. So then he got the job, and he produced a lot of albums, with them, and they played support for us first,
yeah,
back
yeah.
in '94. I think.
I did some research, and yeah, that was I was gonna call. I was gonna
Yeah,
talk
and
about.
then so we got to know them. They are great guys,
Yeah,
and after a while they released the Mutter album, and
yeah,
it was like, hey guys, I see that you also release something now. Do you want to come and play support for us this
yeah,
time? It's
yeah.
like, yeah, let's go. So
Mm.
we went all over Europe,
That was cool. That was cool of
Yeah.
them to
Mm.
ask you to come, because it was
Yeah.
almost like an acknowledgement, because I believe
Mm.
that their sound is
Yeah.
a lot. And
You
now that you
know,
told me, the producer, the
yeah.
guitar sound, that that those riffs, that technique, the staccato, the pinch harmonics, everything,
Mm.
they clearly were inspired. And now
Mm.
that you've told me this about the producer, it's the same. because I've previously interviewed Tony Platt, the producer, AC/DC, Foreigner, and other artists, and many other artists actually. And the guy said that many record labels approached them because they wanted the bands they were trying to to divulge, they wanted them to sound like AC/DC, and they wanted to have the sound of AC/DC, but he tends to reply on those. He says, well, you need a Gibson and you need Angus Young to sound like AC/DC, or it's not, or it clearly is not.
Yeah. I heard a story about Ted Nugent and Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah.
So it's like Ted Nugent, they played a gig together,
Yeah.
Back in the days, and it's like, and Ted Nugent was really, really, curious on how Eddie Van Halen make that sound with the guitar.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, on the next sound check, can we just swap? And it's like, I get your guitar with your amp, and you get mine, and I can try it.
Yeah.
And what happened was that Ted Nugent sounded like Ted Nugent, and Eddie Van Halen sounded like Eddie Van Halen, even though it was like totally different setups,
Yeah. I heard a story also about the time it was Eric Clapton that asked for the distortion from the guitar player from Free, which the name is now I'm drawing.
Paul Kossoff.
Yeah, Paul Kossoff, exactly. The legend says that he once asked, how do you do that distortion? How can you do that? Because he didn't use any process or effects. And at the time, I don't believe there wasn't anything like that, but his sound, his riffs were so distinct, so heavy. And even the mighty Eric Clapton was once curious about that, so that's kind of a cool story and a cool, cool thing to know, a cool bit actually. Well, and then I've mentioned the Fear Factory, okay, and that's cool. And then now going into the meat of this, Clawfinger, you've done a lot of albums until 2007, and then you stopped until now, actually, until this year. Is there any particular reason? Was there? I wanted to know.
It was like back in 2007. It was like 2007, 2008. Then bands stopped selling albums in large quantas.
Yeah.
And it's like, when you're a band like us, you have 2 feet to stand on. One is called live, the other one is called record sales.
Exactly.
Then suddenly you take this one away, then you only have one leg to stand on.
You're on a limp. Yeah, you're limping.
And to keep the balance then is kind of difficult, And so it's like the record company said, hey, if you want, or the management said, if you want to like make a living like you used to do, just then you have to be out on the road all the time. And it's like, nah, we didn't want to do that,
right?
Yeah. So let's do gigs that we really want to do.
Yeah.
And gigs that's looking fun, or is good paid, or it's like, just get a job,
Yeah.
So we got a job at home, It's like, I'm working at the cultural house here, with of course music and music related stuff.
Yeah, music related stuff.
Like, so that's like the reason it suddenly stopped, because then the creativity for writing and the meeting up with a band like it used to be, it's not existing anymore.
Yeah, the chemistry.
So but after a while, it's like we should make a song. It's good for. It's good for the health.
Released a couple of songs.
Yeah, so we did a single in 2013, and then one in like 2018, 19. So
yes, you did.
Then one in 2021, and it's like, and suddenly it's like, fuck, let's try to do an EP.
Yeah.
And okay, then it's like, we are very close to making an album now.
Okay, so
and then our manager said, yeah. We have to make an album before we all die. Great! That's the title of the album.
The title of the album. Okay.
That's the title.
Before
now
we all die,
it.
Right? Yeah.
And then it was like, you have a ketchup. It's like, don't get anything out, and suddenly, poof.
Yeah.
and a splat, you know, the songs really rolled out in the end, in the end of the session here, you know.
Yeah, I must tell you, your management was gracious enough to send me the album, an advanced copy.
Good.
But regretfully, I haven't listened to it yet. I only listened to the 4 songs that were released, and the videos, the accompanying videos. But I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be doing a review of the album for the Loudhailer magazine, which is a US publication that I'm working on. I'm collaborating with them, and I'm gonna do on my Substack, on my Substack page, I'm gonna do a little essay around this interview, obviously, and we'll see how that goes. And I'll hook you up with it. I'll send it to Mona or to Larissa or whatever. I'll send it to you. I'll make it reach you actually, so that you can see it. Because
that's good. And if you need some additional information, don't hesitate to call me again, or I'm on Facebook. You can reach me there.
Okay, I'll look you up. Because actually, it was on your Facebook page that I sent a message. I introduced myself, and someone replied to me, said, "Okay, talk to our management, and we'll set something up." So it was that easy. I was gonna say, I was like, they're not gonna reply to me, you know, they're not gonna say it, but it was really cool.
Good.
I'm honored to be able to share ideas, to talk to you. It's been it's a real pleasure. This is the fanboy talking now. It's my fanboy phase. Yeah.
If you see, this is this. If you can see, you see, it's BAA.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll look you up. I'll look you up. Yeah, sure. I'll do it. And getting back to your songs and your music and the context, and I think this is related, because I don't believe that nowadays, in the kind of cancel culture that we're in, you would be able to release a romantic song like "Nigger" or "Wipe Your Ass." I don't think that would fly nowadays. What's your opinion on that?
Well, if we want it, we don't fucking care. We release it.
Yeah, I know you would.
It's not. We don't put any boundaries on ourselves, you know. But
your creative process.
One thing, we decided not to play "Nigger" live.
Okay.
Because before it was like people understand and see that it's a provocation, strong provocation.
Yes.
To try to make your mind work in all the racist.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
And but today it's more like pouring gasoline on a fire.
Yeah, on a flame. Yes, it is. Yes.
So it's like we leave it now. We leave it for now. We don't play it.
Yeah, and I think it's a good call on your part, because some people don't get the message, you know, that on this culture that people are, you know, I believe that it's been a consequence of COVID, of the lockdown, of everything that followed. People started getting too hung up and too needy on the social media, on the things, on the YouTubes, on the Instagrams, on the TikToks and stuff like that, and they don't read, they don't talk to people. So those ideas, you know, they end up, you know, unfortunately, they end up, you know, and so it's very commendable for you to have that attitude, to not simply don't play the song because, you know, it's even though the message is completely positive. And for me, it's always been, I never saw "Nigger," oh man, they are racist. No, man, it's exactly the opposite, because is what I always liked about your music was that you and like you said before, you have no or almost no boundaries, and you go for what you like, and you tend to be fun about it, you know, that there's a sense of, you know, of joy, you know, even if the message is aggressive, you know, and if the message is serious, there's always a sense of, you know, of a joy, and, you know, on the songs that you know, it's comedic, but in a very good way, not in a...
If you see us live, you would totally, you know, we are having fun on stage, you know. It's a great thing. And just one information, we have 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Because I have the next interview at past.
Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
But as I told you, if you have anything additional, don't hesitate to call me on Messenger, you know.
I'll look you up. Sure. Getting back to this album, and I've only listened to these 4 tracks, and these 4 tracks, to me, they seem to be more direct, not as I was saying, comedic or as the first ones you did, or as the previous albums. Is that a thing that happened? Was that, you know, on purpose, or it's just like you said, go with the flow, you know, and just write what you wanted, and this is what came out, you know, on the other
It's,
side.
you know, it's we don't consciously think
Yeah.
that this album should be in this kind of style
Yeah.
or
Okay.
this kind of concept. We never think like that. It's
Okay.
more like we write a lot of songs, and
Okay.
then some songs are totally shit, and we throw
Okay.
them away. And then some songs are good, so let's keep them
Let's
for a
keep.
while. And then it's like in the end we have like we
Okay.
had now 12 songs, you
12
know.
songs.
We
Okay.
used some of the singles also put on the album, so it's 12 songs,
Okay.
you know.
Okay. 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 That's a cool thing.
We never think of that, you know. It's
Yeah.
just like this is the way it is, and in the end, it's like maybe you know, on this album, it's like we need a song
Mm.
who has the title
Yeah.
before we all die, you
Yeah.
know, and we need a song about Palestine and war because of Ukraine
Yes.
and
Yes. Everything
Palestinian
is
war. So
the
we
world
need
is.
that, you know, to make this complete.
Yeah.
So that's the closest we get to planning anything.
And that's the thing, you know, your message is, I think, more immediate, more direct, because the world is different than the one you where you when you started, you know, in the
Yeah,
90s. So
yeah,
now you have to, you know, you just can't hit him with a feather, you have to hit him with a hammer. That's like
yeah,
that sort of thing, you know. So I
yeah.
totally get that.
Mm.
Okay, I believe that's it, right? Yeah.
We
Okay.
still have 3 minutes.
3 minutes now. I can talk a little bit more. No,
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that I believe that you were one of the bands that, for better or for worse, were one of the pillars of the main influences on the new metal movement. For better or for worse, there are people that like it, other people don't like it. Okay,
Mm.
there are some bands that I do like, I do find interesting, like Deftones, for instance. Other
Yeah.
bands, not so much. I really like the two first Korn albums, actually.
Yeah, me too. Me
Yeah,
too.
the first two, and
Mm.
kind of went on another direction. If people like them, fine. Also, the first record by Mudvayne, I really like that one as well.
I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that.
Yeah, yeah, it's an interesting album. It's kind
Mm.
of like, the sound is similar to Korn because there's a lot of bass in it. You know, it's
Mm.
bassy. The riffs are
Yeah.
more bass
Mm.
oriented, and but it's kind of a darker thing.
Yeah.
I'll look you up on Facebook, and I'll send you some links so you can check that out. Okay, and
Great, great.
if I need anything else, I'll look you up, and
You
we'll talk.
just hook me up and we can speak. We can speak like this on
Yeah,
Messenger
yeah,
if it's
oh,
something
yeah.
you need to, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Regarding the tour, well, I haven't seen any dates here for Portugal or
No, not yet.
unfortunately.
You know, we
Yeah,
first do our usual
yeah.
Central European tour,
Okay, okay,
and then we see if there's like something is popping up. It's
okay,
like if it's like we get some, maybe we get Spain and we can get
okay.
Portugal, we can get
Yeah,
Basque Country, you know,
yeah.
and
Because
then it's like easy to get there, you
the
know.
last
But
time that you
it
were
costs a lot
here,
of money. It
yeah,
costs a lot of money, you know. So
I
so
know,
we
I
need to,
know,
you
I know.
know, start somewhere, and
Yeah.
then maybe the next leg will be at your country too.
Okay, okay. I hope to see you. I hope to
Yeah,
see you, and we'll talk some more, and then in person.
sure.
That would be cool. Okay,
Mm.
Bart, thank you so much. You know.
Thank you for having me.
Oh,
So
my pleasure. A
all the
pleasure.
best.
Yeah,
All the
to you
best.
too. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll
You
be
take
seeing you.
care.
Yeah, you too.
Okay.
You
Bye
too.
bye.
Bye bye.